Whenever we try to find activities for our organization, we try to find something that goes in line with our organization's culture, because these two factors, happiness and gratitude, are the reasons behind the happiness and positive attitude of our staff and to other people. Therefore, we try to find activities that help encourage these two factors. Our organization came to know about MIO after I went to a dinner and the majority of the people there knew about MIO. So I asked them where did they apply for it, how did they know about it, and through which channel. The first day of attending the MIO training, I had a question for Dr. Yongyut. From what I noticed, many organizations already have their own way of practicing mindfulness. For them to also implement MIO, well, wouldn't that cause clashing of ideas? He said that for it to work, we have to forget the old ways and to practice mindfulness the MIO way, which does not involve prayers or anything, just your breath. While attending the orientation, I was thinking how can I adapt MIO into my organization, but at that moment, I felt that it was good and falls in line with what we plan to do at our organization, which is to develop our staff through mindfulness. At the end, I decided to enroll in the program. The first day of training was on November 18th. We were invited to come and listen to lectures. When the program started, we had to send representatives over to train to become internal MIO trainers. We sent in 4 representatives for the training to make them understand MIO better. Once we reached the 9th day of training, which is also the day we had to send the representatives, I already know that part of the agreement in joining the MIO is that the organizations are obliged to train 100% of their staff. Therefore, I am the vice president of the organization. The president of the organization is Japanese. The managing director is also Japanese, as well as our production advisor. I have to go talk to them about MIO, and it's an obligation to tell them why I think it is good and why I think it is suitable and beneficial for the organization. The important benefit is mindfulness. Mindfulness reduces accidents and therefore enhance efficiency. They all happily agreed with that. Once they agreed to MIO, it is time to set a team. On the first day, I brought 2 staff with me to the training, but when we went back, I realized it might be difficult due to their character to use these 2 to be our core internal training staff and to move MIO forward. So I decided to change our representatives, the person who will become our internal training staff, and to move MIO forward. In order to get everyone involved, the first part, which is getting the directors involved, is done. It is now time to set a team. I invited managers from all departments to a meeting and tell them what MIO is, explain to them what the training is about. I asked them to help choose a representative to move MIO forward. Each department sent in a name and we choose from there. We then finally have our first full representative who we think is suitable, with progressive ideas and willing to sacrifice for work. It is considered successful and we were not disappointed with the full representative we chose. After we trained our executive team in January, which we trained 2 batches, we consider all who have people working under them or head of departments as an executive. We bring them all to train into 2 batches. We were assisted by Dr. Yongyut's team from the program in January, and that helped to train all the executives. As for our internal training staff, we set teams and created more. At present, we have 3 teams of internal training staff consisting of 12 people. In March, we trained our first batch of staff. We tried to continuously train them. Up to now, we are able to nearly train 80% of our staff, as there are some staff members that are unable to come out from the production line just yet. as those production lines are under a deadline. After training, we try to implement it in real life. Whenever there is our weekly executive meeting, we will sit and meditate before the meeting. As for the production side, they usually will meet up before work and have a morning talk. An all standing Japanese style meeting, they all will close their eyes and meditate with a guiding sound. It's the same sound we heard when we walked in here, but we recorded it and opened it whenever. We adapted it. They all stand, open the sound clip, and meditate. At the same time, we also have exercises in the morning at our management side. Our management team will exercise in the mornings. We also use mindfulness in exercise to use in the morning for about 10 minutes. On the other top side, the first photo is our Japanese president. He also joins in on our activities, so this is all depending on communication. The president of the company also had questions to what kind of benefits the organization will receive. We then explained the purpose and benefits of it. But if you ask me now, if what we have done can be measured by actual numbers, I would say that people give more constructive criticisms. Our accidents have decreased and productivity has increased. We still have to continue measuring. Since Bangkok Can Manufacturing joined the program end of last year and nearly all this year, we are lucky to have a team of researchers and help us collect information and data. How closer are we to our goal? We will continue to do this. To reduce the stress level in our staff, we created a gimmick like Dr. Nut did with mindfulness words. For us, we tell them to take a deep breath and do so every time they remember it. Focus on your breath with your mind. Be with the present. We made small stickers to stick on the staff who works with a computer. Focus on your breath with your mind. Be with the present. We all try to use it in our daily life. We would publicize mindfulness to people. Another example is our Line official account that we use to send news and information to each other during critical times. I sent in Dr. Yungyut's clip to the account and tell them to click on the link where they can practice mindfulness right away. Start from the beginning to the highest level, but that is if you do it every day. Participants of the program can visit Dr. Yungyut's link both on YouTube or a separate link. I would say the duration of 1 year since implementing MIO is fruitful, especially in terms of personal relationship at work. Amongst people who have to work together, it has significantly improved. I would like to invite people who wishes to see a better and happier working environment and us who are executives or HR should push forward this program to our superiors as MIO would bring better relationship and happy feelings to the workplace and this will definitely bring success to the organization.